Few dishes in the world can claim the universal love and recognition that pizza enjoys. Among its many varieties, one stands out as the true symbol of Italian culinary heritage, Margherita pizza. Simple, elegant, and irresistibly delicious, this iconic dish has a story that stretches back over a century, blending history. To fully appreciate the history of Margherita pizza, we must first understand the broader history of pizza itself. While the modern pizza we know today took form in Naples, the concept of flatbreads with toppings dates back thousands of years. The ancient Egyptians, Greeks, and Romans all had versions of flatbread, seasoned with oils, herbs, and cheese. In fact, Virgil's Aeneid references a meal where soldiers eat a type of bread that resembles an early form of pizza. However, it was in Naples, Italy, where pizza truly evolved into the dish we recognize today. By the 16th century, Naples had become a bustling port city, filled with traders, sailors, and working-class citizens who needed affordable and filling food. Vendors on the streets began selling simple flatbreads, topped with olive oil, garlic, cheese, and small fish. But everything changed with the arrival of tomatoes from the New World. Tomatoes were initially met with skepticism in Europe, as they were believed to be poisonous due to their bright red color and relation to the deadly nightshade family. However, by the 18th century, Neapolitans had embraced tomatoes, using them as a topping for their flatbreads. This led to the birth of what we now call Neapolitan pizza, a dish that quickly became a favorite among the working-class citizens of Naples. Neapolitan pizza was distinct from other European flatbreads because of its soft yet slightly crispy crust, made possible by the use of high-temperature ovens. These early pizzas were cheap, flavorful, and could be eaten on the go, making them a staple of everyday life in Naples. In June 1889, King Umberto I and Queen Margherita of Savoy traveled to Naples, one of Italy's most vibrant cities. Italy had been unified just a few decades earlier, in 1861, and as rulers of the young kingdom, the royal couple wanted to strengthen their connection with the people. At the time, Naples was famous for its street food, and one dish stood out as the staple of the working-class pizza. However, pizza was not considered a dish fit for royalty. It was a humble, everyday meal sold by vendors in the city's bustling streets. Despite this, Queen Margherita, curious about the food of her people, expressed a desire to taste it. To fulfill the queen's request, the royal household summoned Raffaele Esposito, a highly respected pizzaiolo, pizza maker, who worked at Pizzeria Brandi, one of Naples' oldest and most famous pizzerias, which still exists today. Esposito, wanting to impress the queen, prepared 3 different pizzas, one with garlic, oil, and lard, one with anchovies and cheese, and one with tomato mozzarella and fresh basil, a combination meant to represent the colors of the Italian flag: red, white, and green. After tasting all 3 pizzas, Queen Margherita was particularly enchanted by the third one, the tomato, mozzarella, and basil pizza. She reportedly found it to be the most delicious of the 3, as well as the most visually appealing because of its patriotic color scheme. To honor the queen's preference, Esposito named the pizza after her, calling it Pizza Margherita. To commemorate the event, the Queen's Chamberlain, Gennaro Sforza, allegedly sent a letter of appreciation to Esposito, praising his creation. This letter became a significant piece of history and is still displayed at Pizzeria Brandi today, serving as proof of the story. Do you think this is a myth or reality? Some historians debate the authenticity of this event. While Esposito certainly popularized the dish, there is evidence that a similar pizza with tomato, mozzarella, and basil had already existed in Naples before 1889. However, the royal connection helped elevate Pizza Margherita from a local delicacy to a national symbol of Italy, cementing its place in culinary history. Margherita pizza became popular in America primarily due to the large waves of Italian immigration in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. As Italian immigrants settled in cities like New York, Chicago, and Boston, they brought their culinary traditions with them, including pizza. However, in its early days, pizza remained largely an ethnic food, primarily enjoyed within Italian communities. The real turning point for Margherita pizza, and pizza in general, came after World War II. American soldiers who had been stationed in Italy developed a love for authentic Italian pizza, particularly the simple yet flavorful Margherita variety. When they returned home, demand for Italian-style pizza soared, prompting Italian pizzerias to expand their businesses. In the 1940s and 1950s, pizzerias began spreading across the United States, and pizza transitioned from an ethnic specialty to a mainstream American favorite. While many American adaptations of pizza featured thicker crusts and heavier toppings, the traditional Neapolitan-style Margherita pizza remained a staple in Italian-run pizzerias. The rise of gourmet and artisan pizzerias in the late 20th and early 21st centuries reignited interest in authentic Margherita pizza. With a growing appreciation for traditional cooking methods, farm-to-table ingredients, and culinary heritage, many chefs and food lovers sought out the original Neapolitan-style Margherita pizza, made with San Marzano tomatoes, fresh basil, and wood-fired crust. Japan was one of the earliest adopters of Italian cuisine in Asia. Italian food, including pizza, gained traction in the 1980s and 1990s, thanks to the growing middle class and a fascination with European culture. High-end Italian restaurants introduced authentic Neapolitan-style Margherita pizza, while casual chains like Shakey's and Pizza La popularized pizza with local adaptations. By the early 2000s, traditional Neapolitan pizzerias began appearing in cities like Tokyo, Osaka, and Kyoto, serving wood-fired Margherita pizza using imported ingredients. Today, Japan has several pizzerias certified by the association Verace Pizza Napoletana, proving their commitment to authentic Neapolitan pizza making. Pizza appeared in China only in 1990, thanks to the emergence of the fast food chain Pizza Hut in this country. However, in the early 2000s, as international fine dining became more popular in cities like Shanghai, Beijing, and Guangzhou, Italian restaurants began introducing authentic Neapolitan pizzas, including Margherita. By the 2010s, demand for artisan, wood-fired pizza grew, especially among the younger generation and expatriate communities. Chinese cities now have high-end pizzerias specializing in Margherita pizza, often using locally sourced ingredients alongside imported Italian staples. In Italian culture, Neapolitan pizza, particularly Margherita pizza, became more than just a meal, it became a cultural icon. In Naples, the process of making pizza was an art form passed down through generations. Pizza makers trained for years to master the delicate balance of stretching the dough, preparing the sauce, and cooking the pizza to perfection in wood-fired ovens. In 1984, the Association Verace Pizza Napoletana was established to preserve and protect the authenticity of Neapolitan pizza. The organization created strict guidelines for what constitutes a true pizza napoletana, including the dough must be hand-kneaded and never rolled with a pin. Only San Marzano tomatoes from the volcanic soil of Mount Vesuvius can be used. Only mozzarella di bufala campana or fior di latte cheese is allowed. The pizza must be cooked in a wood-fired oven at 900 degrees Fahrenheit, 480 degrees Celsius, for 60 to 90 seconds. In 2017, UNESCO officially recognized Neapolitan pizza making as an intangible cultural heritage, cementing its status as a world-renowned culinary tradition.
Margherita!
Today, Margherita pizza continues to be one of the most beloved dishes in the world. Its appeal lies in its simplicity and balance. Just a few high-quality ingredients come together to create a perfect harmony of flavors. The rise of gourmet pizzerias and the growing popularity of traditional Neapolitan techniques have made Margherita pizza more accessible than ever. Even in countries far from Italy, food lovers appreciate the authenticity of a well-made Margherita pizza with its thin, airy crust, rich tomato sauce, creamy mozzarella, and aromatic basil. Social media and food influencers have also played a role in its continued popularity, with countless images of beautifully crafted Margherita pizzas shared online, inspiring new generations to appreciate this historic dish. What makes Margherita pizza so special? Perhaps it's the fact that it represents the perfect balance of taste, tradition, and simplicity, or maybe it's the incredible story of how a humble dish from the streets of Naples became a symbol of Italian pride and a global culinary treasure. Whatever the reason, one thing is certain: Margherita pizza is more than just food. It's a piece of history, a celebration of Italy's rich culinary heritage, and a dish that will continue to bring people together for generations to come. No matter where you are, when you take a bite of margherita pizza, you taste a little piece of Italy.